Okay, so I'm back for another recipe, and today I am making some chicken wings. Everybody's favorite, everybody likes them. I'm going to take you through what I do. Everybody does things a little bit differently, as you always heard me say, and but this is how I do it. Now, these are the full wing, okay? So it does have they're all connected. So I'm going to show you how to separate all this. That's part of the enjoyment that I get out of it, is butchering some meat every now and then. So here we go. I'm just going to take these. I have a bowl off camera. We're just going to throw these in the bowl, and I'm going to get going and show you how to, an easy way, hopefully an easy way. Sometimes it can be a little bit tough. You just have to kind of get in the joints a little bit. So all right, so let's grab the knife. Okay, you take the back part off. There's a joint right here, obviously, and if you just take that joint and put your knife in, you could feel it with your knife, and then just break the bone, basically. You might have to put a little ass in there to get it to work, but it'll go. And your next step is just to find the next joint, and you just open it up, you find the next joint, and you do the same thing. Basically, you just find that joint and push down. Okay, so this is what I do. This is how you separate the two pieces, and we just continue. This is what we do. It'll probably take, I don't know, like maybe 10 minutes to go through these. Now I do have 14 pieces of chicken, so it'll give me 28 whole pieces of chicken, so we will wind up with 28 wings. So it's this simple. So instead of buying them pre-cut, if it's a little cheaper doing it like this, like I said, I just get a thrill out of butchering things sometimes, so, and not in a bad way, but just sometimes. So this is what we do. We just find the joint. Once you get in there and you find the joint, it's really easy to separate all this. Just like that. Okay, so I'm going to finish these up, and we'll be back with you in just a second to show you the rest of it. Okay, so now that we have this all broken down, what we're going to do is we're just going to season them really lightly. You don't have to get crazy for this. This is just to add a little bit of flavor. We're going to salt and pepper them up. Now we're not breading these either today. You can, if you want to. You can you can dip these in flour if you want to. Not necessary. I kind of like the skin a little crispy, and I don't really like what the breading does, but the flour does. But that's just me. Like I said, everybody can deal with these the way they want to. This is just the way I make it. So I've been making this like this for many years, and especially with the the way that prices are today. What do you pay? I mean, today's March 7th of 2022, so when people look back on these videos, you'll see that like chicken wings are like $14. If you ordered them out, you can do this yourself. You got 28 wings here, and I think it cost like $11 for this. So if you got a little bit of time, you butcher these up a little bit, and you're all set. So we flipped them around, and the reason why I wasn't using my other hand is because I don't want to get the chicken inside the salt and pepper. So little salt, pepper on the other side, and then we're going to take these over. I already have some oil heated up in a pan behind me. Okay, so these are these are good. Just, you know, however you like them. You want to put a little bit more pepper on them, you like them a little hotter, just add a little bit more pepper on them. But this is the base of it. We just disassemble them. No olive oil, nothing like that, because they're going to fry it. I fry my stuff in vegetable oil. Again, no flour. Just going to give them a bath. We're going to cook them for, I don't know, probably 12 minutes. And we're gonna turn them as we go along. So we'll get going on that. And just in case I didn't say, these are going to be garlic parm wings. They're my favorite, but you know, you can get a recipe for something else, and maybe one day I'll do another recipe for something else. But these are going to be garlic parm. We're going to take these over. We're going to give these a bath in the oil, and we'll continue. I'll show you how to make the sauce. So we are on to make the sauce for these garlic parm wings. So as you can see here, I've got, it's probably like 5 cloves of garlic. There's a lot of wings. There's a little over 2 dozen of wings between legs and flats. So we're gonna slice these up, and let's see if you can. And we're just gonna mince this up. Nothing special. It's very simple, but this is what you're gonna put in the sauce. Now I do use we're gonna dice these up a little bit more too once we're done with it. We're just trying to break these down for right now. So might seem like a lot of garlic. If you don't like a lot of garlic, you know, you put less in. You guys hear me say this all the time. Most recipes are just for what you like, right? You know, and I finally, if you're wondering what this is here underneath my cutting board, I finally put a wet paper towel that will stop the cutting board from moving around on you. So this is what we do now. Once we break them down, we just you know, because you don't want to bite into like a huge chunk of garlic, but you definitely want a little bit of the taste, obviously. So I don't know if you all can see that. That's about how I do it. You know, give it a couple more hits here, and that'll be done. So I can't stress how much that when you use fresh ingredients instead of, like, you know, jarred garlic, it's so much better doing it this way. Okay, so I now have a bowl here, and we're just going to move this out of the way, and we're going to throw our garlic in. And that seems like a lot of garlic, eh? Okay, so garlic goes in. Remember, this is for over 2 dozen of wings. You know, you just adjust it. You know, if you're only making a dozen of wings or whatever, that's all you got to do. You got to just adjust a little bit. Okay, so that is what that is. I have my favorite red hot sauce. You know, I'm not being sponsored, but yeah, I'm a Frank's Red Hot Sauce, because like the commercial says, you put that shit on everything. And we're just going to pour. Remember, you need a lot of sauce, so and I don't like my wings dry, so I put almost a bottle in of that. And then I got some parmigiano reggiano here, and we're just going to put, you know, enough in. You know, you want to taste them. So I'd say maybe I put about a cup in to a bottle of Frank's Red Hot Sauce. That's 12 ounces of sauce, 5 things of, 5 cloves of garlic. And then what we're going to do, we're just going to top it off, put a pinch of pepper. Now you can put hot pepper flakes in this too, if you want to. It's all in how you want it to taste. And you can add or put something else into it if you want to. So this is what we're going to do, and we're going to give this a little stir, and this is going to be our sauce. This should be enough for 2 dozen of wings. And like I said, I've made this recipe for, I don't know, a very long time. Okay, so that's our sauce. And you can see how simple that was, and you can see that that is just, that's an awesome sauce right there. So that's the sauce. Let's get frying the wings. All right, so we got the oil nice and hot. You want to take this at about 375, 375, somewhere around there, because, this is going to cool down once you put these in. Now, another thing that I want to say is don't pack your pot, because when you pack your pot, you lose all the temperature in your oil. You want to keep that oil up there to get a good fry. We're going to fry these for, I don't know, 10 to 12 minutes. And let's just drop the first batch in. Obviously, you always drop away from yourself. That's what you want to hear when you put them in. The other thing, too, is if you... And you're going to get a reaction like this because the wings may have a little bit of moisture on them, and obviously oil and water, they don't mix. So if it starts to get a little out of hand, just back off on them a little bit, and don't drop as many in. So we're gonna do this probably in, I'm gonna say, maybe 3 batches. Okay, so there's pretty good. Move them around, make sure they don't stick. Again, real important to keep the temperature of the oil up. I will set a timer, just to set a timer, so I don't forget in case I get preoccupied with something else. And then just let them go. And once these are done, we just transfer them to a bowl, and we do 2-3 batches. And we add the sauce. And another thing about the sauce, if you guys don't like hot stuff and you want to mild that out a little bit, make that a little bit more milder, you can always melt some butter in the microwave. You can always melt some butter on the stove and add that. You can cut it off, like, use 25% butter to however much hot sauce of your choices, and that'll bring the burn down a little bit. That's just how I like them. So all these recipes are very versatile. You cook them how you want to cook them. So we're going to let these go for a little bit. We're going to fry these up, and then we're going to transfer them. We're going to transfer them to another bowl, and we're just going to keep going. We're going to keep frying and frying and frying until we're done. So I will be back as soon as I drop the next batch, and we'll keep continuing, and then we'll plate it up, and you can see how I do my wings. Okay, so this first batch is done. This is kind of how I like them. These went for 13 minutes, and this is what they look like. Again, I like my wings a little crispy, and these are definitely done. So we're going to pull these, and we're going to let these just cool down just a little bit. And you can see these are nice and crispy. We're just going to drain these on a paper towel. Get some of the grease out of these. I guarantee you guys, these are going to be so good. Okay, so we're going to let those drain, and we're going to throw another batch in. Same way. You can hear how that oil is still nice and hot, and that's what you want. That's why you only want to fry these like, a half a dozen, maybe 8 wings at a time in a pot this big. And you get the reaction right away, and that's exactly what you want. You want to keep that temperature up. It's very, very important. Okay, so we're in, and I'll see you when I get done with these. We'll probably have like one more batch to do. All right, so this is the last batch. And we're going to take these out, and we're going to take them over and plate them. Okay, so that's it. We're going to let these just drain for a second, and we are going to add the sauce, and we're going to plate these up. So I will see you back how to in just a minute. Basically, just dump. This is the bowl that I used for some of the other wings. So we're just going to add that last batch of wings. We're just going to put them right in. Okay, so this is what our bowl of wings looks like now that I just fried. So let's get that out of our way. Okay, and the sauce that we made a little earlier, it consists of Frank's Red Hot sauce, about 12 ounces of it, 5 cloves of garlic, and a handful, probably about a cup of Parmigiano Reggiano. So here we do. We're saucing these. Okay, so now we toss. We just toss these, get these all together, and you'll see, you can even feel how crispy these are. So, and they're not going to get soggy with the sauce on them. Make as much sauce as you'd like. I don't like a dry wing, so I tend to go a little above with the sauce as far as how much I add. That's just me. It's just how I like it. Okay, so these look like these are sauced pretty good. Okay, so like I said before, you can also, if you want to, if you don't like the heat on these, you can always cut this back with some butter. All right, let's get into plating this. Okay, so now it's time to plate. So we're just gonna take these, plate these up. Some of these don't look good. I know you guys don't know what these taste like yet, but I really do hope that you guys make these because these work. Okay, as you can see, I have some sauce left over if I want them later on. And you can just, obviously you can use that as dipping sauce as well. Okay. All right, so that is how we plate that up. You can also serve that, which I usually do. I'll throw a little bit of carrots in there, and then I'll also throw a little either blue cheese or ranch, and that is how I do garlic parmesan chicken. So I'm going to wrap up the video. One other little thing that you can do if you want to, which I like to do it, it's just basically for a garnish, is just take some of your Parmigiano Reggiano, sprinkle some of that on the top. And that's it. That is how I make my garlic parm chicken wings. And remember, like I end my videos, if you want it done right, all you gotta do is just make it yourself. Very simple. Okay, see you in the next video. And you guys know how. Take two. That sucked. Okay, there we go. And Alexa went off, so that's no fair. That blew the whole scene. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you guys know how I end my videos, or how I'm going to end my videos. So this is, these are my garlic parmesan chicken wings. And remember, always got to remember, if you want it done right, just cook it yourself.